Would-be First Lady dreams about another candidate. A would-be president. If I become the president.
The Leader දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Would-be First Lady dreams about another candidate. With campaigning over at midnight yesterday, all publications endorsing or opposing a candidate are prohibited until after the presidential polls are held in 2 days' time. Therefore, the Leader TV now adheres to the media guidelines issued by the Election Commission. However, the mainstream media keeps on violating them. The following is a brief summary of what Kapila Kumara Kalinga wrote for Hisaraya in Deshaya newspaper. A social media influencer predicted the winner this time will be with a 3-letter name in Sinhala. That is rather confusing because all the frontrunners are having 3-letter names. Psychiatry finds no fault with anyone for dreaming, but those who dream about elections will have dire consequences for some time to come. America, too, is going to presidential polls soon. A cartoonist in that country drew one which implies that Donald Trump dreams about Kamala Harris these days. Even Russia's Vladimir Putin is fascinated by her beautiful smile. But Kamala says she doesn't have nightmares. Wives of the presidential candidates, too, have their dreams and prepare for the role of First Lady. One such person has been having dreams, but not about her candidate husband, but about some other candidate. She went and saw a close friend of hers and told her about the dreams. The friend inquired if she didn't talk about it to the candidate whom she saw in her dreams. When she replied in the negative, the friend told her to go tell him not to appear in her dreams. "Maybe he thinks about you. That's why this happens," said the female friend. As per the advice, she called that particular candidate and related everything to him. That candidate said, "Not only do I dream about you, but you speak to me in the dreams too." When she asked what they spoke about in the dreams, the candidate said that should have been asked from his wife. "But she left me after the first dream," he said. "So, dreaming about others as well as others dreaming about you both have dire consequences. I too have been having political dreams. Fortunately, it was not about Sri Lankan politicians, but about Sonia Gandhi, Sheikh Hasina, Mamta Banerjee, and new Thai Premier Shinawatra. Surprisingly, they were replaced by Thalatha Athukarale and Geetha Kumarasinghe of late. To be honest, nothing detrimental happened because they are not among the candidates. That's what Kalinga wrote. A would-be president. This one is about a would-be president. A friend inquired if I am writing about the election this time too. With a worried look, I told him that whatever is written these days gets linked to elections in the end. The friend calmed me down, saying it is just a matter of hours left now. Even thereafter, I fear if I have to write about it, about post-election stories. The friend remarked with a wry face, "Politics is like oxygen. Also, there is this saying that man is a political animal." My reply was, "That is not so about the people of our country. They may be political, but they don't know any politics." "Why do you say so?" he asked. I told him how I met an acquaintance at my village yesterday who was on his way to a meeting at the home of someone who supports a candidate. He is a former MP and a thief. Does he support his party? No, he changed several parties. His son was given a job by that former MP. Yes, that's gratitude. They forget the country and the nation when they shower gratitude. I told him about another man I met who supports a politician for having built a road to the village. "It's another case of gratitude," said my friend. "But he didn't spend from his own pocket. It is public money. Also, they come to power to serve the people," I argued. "Our people cannot be selfish. Remember how one mother voted for the sake of national security. Yes, we are the people who didn't eat a koturoti to save the country and the nation," I said sarcastically. "But they expelled the guardians of the nation from the back door. They are quite intelligent. Anyway, they go on stage again and again. Supporters egg them on. They are without any shame. There are grateful ones too. Is it correct to let the country go to ruin for a personal gain? Don't you worry. Floating votes decide the future. Yes, a candidate said the country can be built if at least 90% of them are floating votes. Votes float because people are intelligent. They don't make hasty decisions. Just another said northeast votes, not the floating votes, decide the winner. Don't southern votes count then? How is that possible when their votes are shared by 39 candidates? I reminded my friend of the slogans during the Aragalaya, no to all 225, a system change, etc. Who will come to power this time? My friend asked a difficult question. I answered him with much ease. All give the same promises, so it doesn't matter who comes to power. Why contest then? If all of them unite, billions of election costs can be saved, said the friend. I also told him that it seems that the same person has written the manifestos of all the candidates this time. My friend laughed and retorted, I too thought so. We will be okay if he is found and made the president. If I become the president. Ukraine's Zelensky is a former TV comedian. He played the role of president in the much popular Servant of the People teleseries during 2015 to 2019. Later, he formed a party and went on to be the 6th president of Ukraine. People soon found out his true self, and the country was soon on fire. It remains so to this day. Our would-be presidents promise many things and distribute their manifestos. I too have a desire to be the president, without any money of my own, and if I borrow the deposit money, it will surely be forfeited. Anyway, I place before you what I intend to do if I become the president. Soon after the swearing in, I will start globe-trotting. My wife had a dream of shaking hands with the Queen at Buckingham Palace. With her no more, we can call on the King at least. All the family, all the relatives, even the distant ones, will be given corporation chairmanships and director posts and diplomatic postings. I will forget my pre-election promise, just like my predecessors did, to abolish the executive presidency. I will appoint an obedient no-gooder who doesn't stab from the back as my PM. My uncle, a former cooperative society chairman, will be made the central bank governor. He will be allowed to decide the salaries and other perks of his own and his staff. I respect people's right to enjoy life. So, prices of all kinds of alcohol will be cut by half. Liquor shop licenses will be issued for all Grammar Saver divisions. If needed, the Grammar Saver officer himself can obtain the license. Then, they won't need pay hikes. Alcohol production will be made a cottage industry to encourage local producers. This will help low-income rural masses uplift their lives. Cannabis cultivation will be legalised and brought under the Wildlife Conservation Department. Parliament has already been told that this can generate dollars and other foreign exchange. Jobless graduates will be given self-employment to open petty cadre. They can have them near their homes. Their colleagues who build stages overnight for hunger strikers too can profit from it. This project will create jobs for family members of the graduates too. All petty cadre will be registered under the Trade Ministry and exempted from income tax. I will follow King Louis IX of France, who has said, I am the state. So the Parliament need not meet regularly to run the state. It can meet to do essential things like approving the budget. That will save billions of maintenance money that will be credited to the President's fund. My wife will automatically be made my advisor. She will be able to have both women and men under her control. I do not intend to run again. After retiring from politics, I will go to my village and start a farm. All income will be channeled to make my son the future president. These are just a few. The others will be made known after the election. The above, too, was by Kalinga. That is an apt description of our politics and voters. Anyway, an election in 48 hours' time elects the head of state. So, vote responsibly and help maintain peace thereafter, because politicians will do just anything for power. That's it for today.
The Leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.